bashed that door in and just jumped right on me. I was in bed sleeping. He jumped right on top of me. Well, I thought, this is it. He's going to kill me, and there's nothing I can do about it. He was there for a long time. He raped me repeatedly.
He just kept saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know, be quiet or I'll kill you. It was at least an hour, if not longer. He raped me twice.
Although I probably tried to push it out of my mind, I'll never forget it. The whole time, you know, I was begging. I had a little girl sleeping, you know, in the next room, and he just would never say anything except, shut up, shut up. Do you want to die? I'm going to kill you. Do you want to die?
Police investigators suspect the same man may have attacked all 3 of the women you just heard from, and he's a suspect in a total of 19 unsolved rape cases all across the metro area. But authorities have never had enough evidence to charge the man.
Most of the time, because of the manner in which he attacks them, he has them lay on their stomach immediately and covers their head. Most of the time, the victims never actually see him.
Investigators suspect the same man may be responsible for so many rapes because so many victims tell nearly identical stories. It's the same story told over and over again in these police reports.
What would happen is about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, he would enter into the apartment.
What sort of place did you live in?
An apartment, ground floor level.
Sliding glass door was the point of entry.
We had a sliding glass door that there were pry marks all over that.
Through the sliding glass door.
He would cut the telephone cord.
After I fought, he tied something around my wrists. It was my phone card.
He would have a knife or something, sharp objects would always be present that he would threaten them with, telling them to be quiet. Don't say anything, don't scream, or I'll hurt you.
When he was tying me up, I saw a flash. The light must have caught, or the knife must have caught a light somewhere, and I could see it. I mean, it was a huge knife.
He walked over to me, put a knife to my throat.
The victim had something placed over her head at the time the assault occurred.
He would jump on them and cover their heads.
He had previously pulled my nightshirt up over my head.
He had pulled my shirt over my head so I couldn't see anything.
He did that to me.
He pulled your nightshirt over your head?
Mm-hmm.
They all pretty much say that there's a heavy smell of cigarette smoke.
He had a very, very distinctive smell to him.
The smell of smoke.
That stench of the cigarette smoke.
Cigarettes, very strongly. I've never smelled that smell so strong before.
He would take the victims from their bedroom, take them from their bedroom out into the living room area where he would sexually assault them on the floor.
He took me down the hall into the living room.
He walked me back into the living room, told me to lay down on my stomach.
Piecing together information from victims, investigators compiled this list of startling similarities in 19 metro area rape cases which occurred over the past 2 decades. This 1980 criminal complaint charges the rape suspect with burglary. It goes on to state that he fits the description and used the method of operation of a person who had committed 30 to 40 sexual assaults between 1972 and 1980. Since 1980, he's been a suspect in 14 more sexual assaults all over the metro area. As for the victims, they say the terror they experienced still haunts them.
I think when a rape occurs in your own home, that there's nowhere safe anymore.
The worst thing is, you know, a couple weeks later or a couple months later, everybody expects it to be over, and everybody wants you to get on with your life, which is what you want to do more than anything in the world, but it doesn't go away, you know? And most people don't understand that.
Although investigators have identified the suspect by name, they've never been able to gather enough evidence to charge him with rape or sexual assault of any kind. They know where he lives, they know what kind of vehicle he drives, and even where he's worked as an elementary school janitor the past 6 years. Tomorrow night, you'll meet this man, and you'll hear what he has to say. You didn't commit any of those rapes? Mark Daly, KARE 11 News.